Today, the 12th of October 2021, the International Court of Justice, the ICJ, delivered its decision in the maritime delimitation in the Indian Ocean case, Somalia, Kenya. While Kenya is not surprised by the decision, it is profoundly concerned by the import of the decision and its implications for the Horn of Africa region and international law generally. At the very onset, Kenya wishes to indicate that it rejects in totality and does not recognize the findings in the decision. The decision embodies a perpetuation of the ICJ's jurisdictional overreach and raises a fundamental question on the respect of the sovereignty and consent of states to international judicial processes, and international tribunals have jurisdiction only to the extent of the consent by a state. Kenya, as an avid supporter of the rule of law, accepted the court's jurisdiction through a declaration in 1965 with an objectively clear outline of certain excluded matters. At the time, Kenya never imagined that the ICJ would violate the declaration to the extent of imposing its mandate over expressly excluded matters. It is an unfortunate development over the last decade, a trend that has emerged of some supposedly international organizations being deployed as political tools against certain countries. Sadly, this has infected the ICJ, leading it to impose jurisdiction on a dispute that it has neither jurisdiction nor competence. In addition, the court did not use or did not permit the use, let alone the exhaustion, of regional dispute resolution mechanisms, despite the existence of a robust African Union legal framework on border issues and dispute settlement. Even with these flaws, Kenya participated in the initial proceedings out of its traditional respect for the rule of law, if only to make its case that the court had neither jurisdiction nor competence over the dispute. However, the court decided, inexplicable decision, delivered on the 2nd of February 2017, that it would hear and determine the dispute despite the founded objections, and this decision was clearly erroneous. Faced by the above substantive and a persistent procedural unfairness from a biased bench and the denial of the right to a fair hearing, Kenya was forced to withdraw its participation in the public hearings on the 14th of March 2021. In fact, Kenya doubts that any state would have appeared at all in a case such as this. Further, based on the ICJ's improprieties and to avert the risk of another imposed jurisdiction, Kenya, on the 24th of September 2021, withdrew its recognition of the compulsory jurisdiction of the ICJ and will only reconsider this withdrawal when pragmatic reforms are instituted in the administration of international justice. Kenya therefore calls on the international community to create an enabling environment for the pursuit of a negotiated settlement. Kenya and Somalia are neighboring states with a common border and communities with shared social, cultural, and religious practices. This decision is in the circumstances, a zero-sum game, which will only strain the relations between our two countries. It will also reverse the social, political, and economic gains and potentially aggravate the peace and security situation in the fragile Horn of Africa region. Kenya, like other independent countries, possesses a determined geographical territory. As a devoted member of the United Nations Security Council, as well as the African Union's Peace and Security Council, we call upon the rest of the family of nations to appreciate and respect our inherent right to protect by all available means our territory. Nonetheless, Kenya remains committed to a diplomatic solution to the current impasse. And in this regard, Kenya is a key proponent of respect for the principle of subsidiarity as a catalyst for the African solutions for African problems, will resolve this matter through institutions of the African Union, such as the African Union Border Program and its peace and security architecture, in addition to other bilateral arrangements. So, fellow Kenyans, as your president, I want to assure you of my commitment to solve this issue amicably and urge you all to remain calm as we continue to be fully seized of this matter. Thank you.